Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 46 of the Red Force Podcast. My name is Eric Tolato. Joining me today is Christian Tolato.
Now, does the mic conspiracy continue?
Perhaps.
I've changed the mic position.
Yes.
I've changed it so it matches up with my mouth better. And if this week doesn't fix it, alright, there's some bullshit going on.
Some conspiracy, you think?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Because I'm always softer in the mix.
Oh well.
Always.
Alright. Just not as strong. What can I say?
I'm getting there's a conspiracy going on. Trying to drain out the truth.
What kind of truth are you delivering, Christian?
Katakuri joining the crew.
Alright.
Carrot being a straw hat. Momonosuke being a straw hat.
Everyone's a straw hat.
Yeah.
Christian, what a good chapter.
Yeah.
We're moving the plot forward.
A certain sect of the fan base is hot.
Alright. What else has been going on? Like, the anime is trucking along.
Yeah, years wrapping up.
Everyone's just waiting for, stuff to happen.
What happened in the anime, not much.
Yep.
Luffy returns to the fight. Oven gets, smacked in the head by Pound. Pound dies.
All that shit.
Why
Now,
was the blood cauterized? All that kind of shit.
alright.
Pound isn't dead. And Pedro is also not dead.
So Ivan just picks up the spear.
The spear. The fucking glaive polearm
Off the
weapon.
floor.
off the
Alright.
wall.
Fair enough.
Just picks it up.
Cool.
It's not
We got some
his
Viervi
regular
cards
weapon.
to look at, Christian, today.
We do.
We got some chapter recap.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else? Power scale. Passion Shanks.
There seems to be some sort of solar flare going on outside.
Who knows?
The blind is completely closed.
Can't do much about it.
And there's some sort of holy golden light coming through the window.
Well, this is a godless show.
Exactly. I'm lit up. I'm absolutely...
Devoted to the God King.
Exactly. But what's going on?
Oh well.
All sorts of weirdness going on.
No one needs to see your face, Christian.
That's true.
Now, should we get into the chapter, or is there anything else you want to discuss, Christian? Alright.
Yeah, hype week. People aren't talking that much. Some more Jackson threads
We're on
about...
break, so we'll be doing the Thriller Bark.
We will be doing Thriller Bark.
Yeah. There's a lot of wind outside, so you're going to hear a bunch of bullshit.
It's the strangest day here.
Hot as balls
in
and
Melbourne.
windy.
Windy, storms coming in, blinding light coming from somewhere.
It's just,
It's some sort of
It's just how it
hellscape
is.
nightmare.
What do you want? What do you want?
Let's get into the chapter.
Alright. Christian, chapter. What, 924?
924, ha.
Yeah.
Chapter opens up with Luffy being knocked out.
Alright.
He is indeed one shot, and if there was any doubt in people's minds, they're squashed.
There we
Because
go.
Luffy got one shot.
Luffy did get one shot.
That's how it is. Alright, you just have to accept it.
Alright.
Alright, that's how the chapter opens up.
Yep.
The goons state, of course he got knocked out, the sheer power of Kaido's club.
Brutal.
Now, people want to say, there's something special about his club. Is it made of sea stone?
Was there haki on it?
Was there haki on it?
No one knows.
This translation makes it just seem like if you get hit by that club, you go down.
It's a big club.
It's a big hit.
Yep.
Maybe it's Kaido's strongest hits
I don't know.
with the club. Because they make it like, I got hit by Kaido's club. Kind of like they're emphasizing
Is that
it.
his weapon of choice, Christian?
Yeah, we've seen it with him multiple
No,
times.
not is he a fist fighter or is he a club man? What do you think?
Bit of both.
Alright.
Pulls it out when he wants to do an attack.
Is he throwing roundhouse kicks out?
He's got some legs on him.
He's not, Burgess.
He's not Burgess. He's got some legs on him.
There we
We can do something.
Alright.
I'm sure. So, Luffy's on the floor, just knocked out. Kaido expected Luffy to still be alive after that hit.
Yeah.
There's some respect there.
Kaido knows the strength.
Alright, he's like, alright. I knew, of course. Alright, he's not going out. He's not dying off one hit. Come
That's
on.
right.
Law tries to save Luffy. Now, this is what we wanted
There
to
we
see.
go.
Law trying to do something, but he gets instantly shut down
By a sea stone nail.
by a
shot
sea stone
by a gun.
nail shot by one of Hawkins' goons.
Now, Law, we all know, is the slowest character in the verse.
Now, where's all the L's for Law? When Sanji got hit by a bullet, we never heard the end of that one.
Alright.
Where is Law's L? Where is it?
We know Law is the slowest man on the planet.
Capital L, Law.
Yeah.
Alright? This week. He got destroyed.
Trafalgar L. Water Law.
He got destroyed by a goon.
But he managed to escape.
Somehow.
Alright.
Hawkins tells us
Dishes out the exposition once again.
the origins of sea stone, apparently from Wano. But it's a naturally occurring material. What the fuck does this even mean?
We're gonna find out. Because there's multiple reports on sea stone.
Multiple conflicting reports on sea stone.
We will find the answer out.
First it was a Grand Line technology. Yep. Then it's a rare material found around the world. Now it's originated from Wano. How can a naturally occurring material originate?
The thing in Skypiea.
The
chemical.
The chemical that's still in sea stone.
Yeah.
And you take it out and it becomes, the Sky Island clouds, which is maybe a connection between Wano and the Sky Islands.
Right.
Maybe a little connection there.
Everyone's connected.
But it's a naturally occurring material. How can a naturally occurring material originate from a single point?
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
Okay. And then we get more information. Only craftsmen of Wano are capable of refining it to such a small degree. But it said that Vegapunk used it to make new revolutionary designs in the Grand Line.
Alright.
A lock mechanism found in sea stone cuffs is way smaller, way more complicated, has moving parts than a sea stone nail.
But how do we know the lock cushion is sea stone?
Why don't people just break the lock?
They can't.
Why?
It's on this side cushion.
You just fucking slam shit
Yeah,
into the
but
keyhole and rip it apart.
you still got sea stone on. You can't use Delphi. I think that's the main purpose.
Well, all I'm saying is, look inconsistent.
Alright.
Inconsistency. Sea stone's always been inconsistent.
But we're hyping up the Wano craftsman.
Sure. All I'm saying is, little inconsistent.
Give us the answers, Odo, to this sea stone mystery.
And we also see sea stone nets, which is like nets laced in small sea stone pieces. Mm-hmm. So what are they talking about?
Is it refined or is that just like primitive, like shards?
Well, it works, so it has to be refined.
Who knows?
What? Yeah?
We don't know if it's a stone or a metal. Like, what's the story?
It's as hard as diamond.
Yeah.
We don't know the properties. How do you shape it?
Can you melt it?
Can you melt it? You can. If it's stone, you can melt it.
Yeah.
And then the fact is, you just need a mold, which is like then you don't need a. How does the manufacturing of sea stone work? Because clearly, if you're making sea stone cuffs, you're not getting a slab of it and chipping away at it to make the cuffs. You make a mold, you fill the mold with sea stone, comes out as cuffs.
Alright.
That's how manufacturing works. How does the manufacturing of sea stone work?
It kind of explains why there's no sea stone bullets and shit, though.
Yeah, but it makes no sense.
Maybe at a certain point it gets so small
if you can mold sea stone
to
the size of a keyhole with a hole in it,
yeah.
this will even count the lock mechanism.
Alright.
Sea stone, you can craft it, so you can mold it to the size of a keyhole, but then you can't make it to the size of a bullet. Makes no sense.
Alright. We get it, Christian.
But apparently the Wano craftsmen are hype.
Alright. So we'll probably get at it at the end with the
Is sea stone being retconned? Just for Wano hype?
No, it's so conflicting and like weird. We don't even know what it does yet.
Yes, we
like
do.
there's still conflicting reports on how it works. Is your body still rubber? Blah 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 blah. Water, sea stone.
It's more powerful than
Does
water.
it negate the devil fruit? Does it?
Yes, it negates the devil fruit.
Does it make you weak? Fucking. Is your body still made of the property of your devil fruit? Depends on the devil fruit.
Well, no with Logia. No with Luffy. No with Law. Law gets nullified.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear with Sea Stone.
Alright.
It drains your energy as well, apparently. So all types of things.
I think we'll get the explanation this time.
So Sea Stone, still confusing, still makes no sense.
But we're looking forward to the answer. And after we get the answer, it'll be consistent on this.
Hawkins then uses his straw sword to attack Law. Law sweating a storm up.
Yep.
How am I gonna get out of this one? I don't know, but he does. Kaido can sense Luffy's undying will, even if he's knocked out.
Yep.
That's the will of the king, baby.
You can't break that will.
That's the will of the Pirate King.
That's why we love Luffy.
That's right.
That's right.
Will of the Pirate King.
That's it.
Kaido plans to break Luffy's will and make him part of his crew. Not gonna happen.
He did it to Law. I mean, he did it to Hawkins. He did it to Apu.
But the king, the Monkey
Can't
D,
break the king's will.
can't break his. Luffy's strongest attribute is his will.
Yep.
Unbreakable will. Unbreakable.
Just like Bart's barriers. Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Alright.
Kaido then tells the goons not to put pirate in the newspaper, and they don't want to be associated with pirates.
Yep.
No pirates allowed. Kaido's operation is part of the government. He's the army. He's not a pirate. Wano's free from pirates. That's why they have borders.
Sure. Gotta keep the mystique up, Christian.
Gotta keep the illusion going.
Gotta keep the narrative
The
strong.
grand illusion of Wano.
Yep.
That closed borders work. Alright. So, the goons go to pick Luffy up. Luffy just knocks him out with Conqueror's Haki unconsciously.
Yep.
Now, is this a leveling up, a clear example of Luffy getting stronger? Luffy's Haki bloomed during the Katakuri fight, and is this an example?
Well, he's used it unwillingly before.
Yeah, but this is
unconsciously as well.
This is unconscious and knocked out, no emotion, no nothing.
Is he still mad about Tama while knocked out, and then the pulse comes out?
But he's knocked out. There's no emotion there.
I don't know.
The
It's
will
hard,
of the king.
but it's hard to say if it's an upgrade. Not definitive.
Because we know Shanks. He's just leaks out.
Just passive. It's too strong.
Is this a step towards that?
By the way, the only time we've ever seen that in the series,
Don't coach the leaking.
the leaking of the Conqueror's Haki.
Well, it's just a step towards that.
Perhaps.
So, Luffy got stronger. Clear evidence.
Yeah.
Alright. Shuten sees this and tells us that Oden also had this ability.
Yep.
Shutamaru is in. He's
Oh,
in.
100% he's in. He was in last week.
He's in.
You mean Ashura Doji?
Oh, yeah. The worst kept secret ever.
I think Oda could have made it more obvious, but whatever.
No, it's not that hard to figure out.
Okay.
Kaido is shocked that Luffy has King's Haki and also tells us Useless Kid, the Edge Master, also has King's Haki.
And here we go, Christian.
The community goes
We
wild.
knew the Kid fans were eventually going to be...
We knew they were coming.
We knew Kid was going to be eventually granted the audience.
We knew he was going to get some feats.
It was inevitable.
Now, people out there saying Kid's stronger than Luffy, they're still crazy. They're still out of their mind.
It's a thing where it's like... Listen.
If you have Kings, you're hyped.
We've seen Luffy's
Alright.
journey. We've seen Luffy's journey, and he got the justified 500 million berry.
Yeah,
People can argue the 1.5 billion and blah 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 Morgans, alright?
sure.
But we've seen Luffy and his journey to make 500 mil.
Yeah.
What has Kid done to justify his price?
Be edgy, kill civilians.
Has he declared war on the world government? Has he taken out multiple warlords?
Well, you could assume he's gone.
Did he enter Marineford and fuck shit up?
According to the law has massacred multiple islands.
Sure, but Christian, at least Law was a warlord and then betrayed the government. He did the whole Rocky Port incident. He's done things. He also defeated Doflamingo with Luffy. There's feats.
Sure.
There's actual events that back up Law's bounty.
Alright, where are the Kid events?
We need the events.
Is that what you're asking?
We need the events.
Where
Because
are the Kid
in my
events?
mind, unjustified bounty.
But it's justified, but we need to get that hype. Because right now, the only justification is He kills civilians.
I need to understand. I need to get attached.
To be fair, he was part of the supernova event.
Yeah.
That's a defeat.
All right, but I want to get attached to Kid.
Why?
I want to see the ambition that he.
We already know the ambition.
But I want to see it, Christian. Does he challenge people he shouldn't challenge
Yes.
all the time?
He's as stubborn and unruly as Luffy, but not as but he's got that edge.
But what has he done?
Kid, here's the thing. Kid would be the main character of an edgier One Piece.
Yeah. For sure.
Same as Luffy. He's got that will to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yep.
He's got the he's got the brashness. He goes up against people he shouldn't go up against. He's willing to, fight for what he believes in. But he also kills people.
But Christian, what does he believe in? That's my
He
question.
hates authority.
Alright.
He's an edgy teen. How do you not understand this?
Nail paint.
Nail paint, makeup,
Lipstick.
edge. Alright?
Alright.
So that's what he's about. Alright?
I need events. Otherwise, he's just a fucking punk.
Okay.
Killing goons for no reason.
Now, after Wano, will the 6th Emperor emerge?
Nah, because Luke will get the credit.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Alright, so,
Luffy's bounty after Wano would be like 5 billion.
it's gonna be crazy.
No doubt about
Yeah,
it.
crazy. The 5th Emperor, full stop.
Yeah.
No asterisks. None of that.
Oh, I'm sure some people in the community still won't accept it.
Surely defeating Kaido and liberating Wano.
I'm sure a certain king won't accept it.
There are a lot of kings out there, right? You got King Recon, you got King Lightning, you got
I'm
King
sure
Killer,
King of Lightning won't
whatever.
accept it.
You got a lot of kings. Everyone's naming
He
themselves
needs territory, man. He needs territory.
Wano's gonna be...
He needs more than 2 territories, apparently, to be an emperor.
Wano, territory. There you go.
Alright, there we go.
So, that's the thing. We got the law
The
hype
kid
this
fans are
week.
here.
We got the kid hype, sorry. We got the kid hype. We get it. Alright, now you have a feat. That's not even a feat. Now you have something to attach the hype to.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Now, don't go out of your way and say Kid's stronger than Luffy. When
No
we haven't
evidence.
seen Dick.
No evidence at all.
People saying that Kid did better than Luffy. And I'm like, Kid had his crew, his entire crew,
And another two.
in his area.
And the entire other crew's alliance.
Everyone else's crew and the alliance with him.
But he had to use his conquerors at one point. So that means he survived an attack.
Same situation.
Well, are you saying to use it unconsciously?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
But people are saying X did better, Y did better, spin. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. 100% do not
And the
know.
evidence that we're given goes to the negative of what you're saying.
Okay.
So, just
So
relax.
kid fans, you gotta relax.
We'll get feats. I'm not... We'll get there with Kid's ability.
What are the
for sure.
odds of a full one-on-one kid fight?
0.
0%.
You know how I feel about other characters other than Destroyers getting fights?
Everyone's getting a fight.
I will address the
Wano.
Kid thing in the fight when we get there.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
We shall. Alright. So, Kaido decides to get Law later because he's gonna go back to drinking. Alright, he's upset.
He's upset that he's sober.
What the fuck? Ruined my afternoon. My plan for this afternoon
Wants to get fucked up.
was to get blind drunk and then fall asleep so I don't have to think about the misery that's
Of
on
my
my head.
life.
Alright?
Don't have to think about my sad times with Doflamingo.
Alright, Kaido's a very sad man. He needs
Sure.
to drink to block the sadness.
Alright.
Alright, he's an alcoholic. You know this. When are we gonna get that Kaido flashback?
We'll get it.
Of him as a young dragon being hunted as the last of his kind.
Yeah, dude.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Alright. So, whatever. Kaido flies away. Somehow, Law manages to escape.
Pulled out the nail, clearly.
Apparently not.
The nail was barely embedded in his
Apparently
shoulder.
not. Because you might be able to still see it in the panel.
Alright. Could it be the exit wound?
It could be. But, apparently he escaped.
Alright.
And Law and Hawkins is like, where did he go? You were on his tail. How'd you lose him?
Shambles.
He had a...
He took it out. There was like 3 shots of him with his finger and thumb
if you had
almost
time
pulling
to,
it out.
if you had that much time to escape, you could have saved Luffy.
He's the slowest man on Earth.
That's true, he's the slowest man on Earth. And apparently, Law is the only Devil Fruit user where stamina comes into play.
Yeah.
I don't have enough stamina to teleport multiple times.
Well, he's never trained a day in his life, Christian. In combat.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
I mean, Luffy's kind of the same way, but that's not Devil Fruit related, so it's Haki related.
Yeah, Luffy's never ran out of Devil
Christian,
Fruit
Law's
juice.
Devil Fruit is so broken that it requires
A lot of
stamina
energy.
system. I guess Marco counts as well.
Yeah, but we never seen that from Marco. He just said.
Law's always sweating.
Law's...
I
That's
reckon
true.
50% of panels that Law's in, he's sweating. Yeah.
He's sweating.
He's
for some
always
reason.
sweating.
He's always on. He's always,
Always
on go.
sweating bullets.
That's right. So somehow Law escaped, and
Yep.
thinking about his crew. I'm gonna get back to my crew and the other Straw Hats.
That's it.
Hawkins vows to find Law. Is Law's opponent Hawkins for this arc?
Well, this is round 2, Christian.
I'm saying there's 2 clashes now.
Yeah.
Is this a Daifuku situation where we're just gonna kill getting
But I want
clashes?
Hawkins on our side.
The Law fight with Hawkins. We know Law doesn't kill with his Devil Fruit.
Yeah.
So we could, cut him. He's
But Law
done.
doesn't like to kill Christian, only when he has to.
Well, you know how I feel about that.
Oh, he's a bullshit Hippocratic Oath. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. So, he could
Does he
defeat...
even have a medical certificate?
Is he a
Is he
fake doctor?
a certified surgeon?
I doubt it.
Alright.
So, yeah, Hawkins could just get cut. He defeated me. But it turns out I wanted to defect anyway. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Unnecessary.
Why do we keep getting these Hawkins clashes with Law? Because they're both hacks.
They are both broken, that's true.
So, who better to take
Hawkins
out?
gets a W again!
Hawkins is non-stop W's.
Well, people give him the L because Law escaped.
But
Those are Law fans.
Law fans are a different breed.
They captured Luffy because of Hawkins.
Hawkins is getting all the W's.
Hawkins is too good.
As we talked before, Oda has massive plans for Hawkins.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alright?
Linchpin to the arc.
People sleeping on Hawkins. He's better than Law.
Alright, there you go.
At this stage, he's done more. He's got more W's.
He's not riding on the coattails of another supernova.
No. He's under Kaido, but he's loyal and he does his job. Gets things done.
He's got a plan, definitely.
What's the plan? I need to know this plan. Because I don't buy Hawkins.
3D chess.
I don't buy that Hawkins. Maybe Hawkins is trying to get close to
Is it a
Kaido.
2000 IQ play from Hawkins?
I mean, he's a smart character.
Alright.
Maybe he's trying to get close to Kaido.
Trying to figure it out.
Trying to raise the ranks.
Alright.
And then slip the blade in. And defeat an emperor.
There we go.
Similar to Capone.
He plays his cards right, Hawkins.
You could say that.
Yeah.
You could definitely say that. So,
Still,
will Hawkins
still on his
turn
mount. I don't think he's dismounted.
has he ever got off his dismount?
I think he
He's
has
deal.
last chapter or whatever. Jack's disappeared.
Yeah, where the fuck is Jack?
Jack's like, I fucked up, I'm out.
That's true. Now, will Hawkins turn up at the castle to fight? Will he turn
Nah,
up?
Shutamaru's going up there. He's fun. No one's going up there.
So we're just going to leave this whole section for another time.
Sure. We're going to go into the next part.
Alright. So, now we shift over to Kinemon looking at Osiru. Well, Old Man wants to apologize for wasting the food Luffy gave them.
Yeah.
He doesn't want Luffy to feel bad for making them a target.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
There you go.
Alright. Fucking Kinemon's, my wife. I can't
I'll talk to her after the battle.
talk to her after the war. We'll reunite after
Sure.
that. There's going to be some ultimate gag payoff for this.
Alright.
Like,
She doesn't remember him or something. I don't know.
alright. Now we're back in the Flower Capital. The newspaper's going around. Luffy has been defeated by Kaido. And we get the Straw Hat shock face.
New faces.
The new Oda face.
New meme face.
I'm excited.
Christian.
I'm excited by this.
Added to the repertoire. Because the Enel face is getting old.
We have a new face.
We need something new. I enjoyed it.
We got Frankie,
Frankie's the weirdest one out of this. It doesn't really like kind of.
Robin,
Robin's the best one.
and Usopp.
Pretty good.
Pulling the confused,
Nani?
shocked face. It's like it's a mixture of so many emotions. It's
shock and despair.
Shock.
And confusion.
Confusion, disgust. Outrage. So
Yeah.
many emotions in one face.
Beautiful expressions. Who else can pull off these expressions?
No,
Christian?
no one. No one. Fucking Kubo has one emotion, that's edge.
Yeah.
Kishi has one emotion, that's sadness.
Alright.
I know, an emotional sort of
And no one knows
sadness face.
the guy's name that writes My
Togashi.
Hero, so...
Oh, here, what's in that? I can't remember My Hero's author, but Togashi has
No expression.
no expression because you can't tell what he's drawing.
He tells you what they're feeling, though.
Yeah, he tells you in text.
He tells you what they're feeling, so it's alright.
Yeah. So we get new shit. I love to see it. I'd love to see new gags from Oda.
Yeah.
It's a new gag, and it's funny because it's
Home
new.
run on this one.
New one. Everyone's excited. People are a bit upset that Robin got done, but you know,
She's not permanently like that.
people are upset that Oda's sexist. But this clearly just proves that because he's willing to draw a female in a not so attractive way, spreading the ugly faces.
Mate, Oda's a sexist pig and everyone knows it, alright?
Alright. So, where are people coming out of the woodwork saying that?
I don't know.
You know? So, yeah, or whatever. We then move up to the Straw Hats, the other Straw Hats.
Yeah.
They have sunken down into a hole. This is how they escaped the blast.
They're still sinking.
They're still sinking. Chopper's at his guard point. Shino used her ripe jutsu.
Oda doubling the word to make sure you know it's a devil.
So, Raizo does not have
I told you
ninjutsu.
he has a devil fruit.
No, I said that, and you said no, he has ninjutsu. Shit.
That's the exact opposite.
Okay.
Either someone was saying that they definitely have ninjutsu.
Yeah, you.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I would 100% distinctly remember during Zo, when I'm like, this has to be a devil fruit.
And I'm like, yeah, it's
And
a
you're
devil
like,
fruit.
you're like, nah, he has ninjutsu.
It makes no sense that he makes clones of himself.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where this is coming from.
Eric retconning the owls.
Alright.
You know, whatever.
Well, I got a big W this week, so
I
whatever.
don't know about big.
I got a huge W.
Alright, so, you know,
Only one saying it. That's how big the W was.
Okiku is going to tell him what happened. Now, is she going to tell him what happened in the town, or is she going to tell him something new, something secret?
I don't know.
This is like, well, listen up, I have to tell you something.
We already got told the situation.
Exactly, so what's
So
Okiku?
maybe it's a new situation.
I don't know. Setting up for something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe we're going to see Orochi at some point.
Yes. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Inuarashi finds Tama, and she's alive.
And Inurashi,
Oda, not gonna kill a child.
Edge Masters are upset.
They are. But Oda's not gonna kill a child.
Ridiculous.
For no reason. Inuarashi disgusted by Kaido hurting a child. Inuarashi is fucking massive.
Forgotten how massive he is.
How could you forget?
Fucking huge.
Now, the question is he standing on a peg leg?
Or
Or
yeah,
is
does
he
he have a
standing-
leg? No one knows.
Last panel we saw him with two legs.
Yeah.
Or with both legs exposed. He had no peg leg. Had no crutches.
So it's a Kuro situation
So
all over again.
is it a Kuro situation?
What is
all over
wrong with Oda? Does he only want one person with a peg
again?
leg in the story?
But then he's got one person with one leg hopping around. Now he's got two. Like, just give him a Frankie
Yeah, but
Robo leg.
is it like the eye patch thing? Where only wants one person with a eye patch, one person with a peg leg?
You just give Inuarashi a peg leg. I don't want another Kiro situation happening.
Maybe, yeah.
Alright? It's strange, it's weird. Alright. So, after that, Zoro. We get a shot of Zoro looking at the newspaper.
Zoro heading back into the Flower Capital.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, interesting there. He's probably going to rally up the other Straw Hats.
Yep.
Something to do with that. Maybe we find out something about the magistrate. That storyline.
I don't know. We'll see.
From the first chapter. Maybe, I don't know. So take till flag, Apple. The next day in Uden / the factory district.
Yep.
We get to see the darkness of Wano. With slaves making weapons. Now we can hate the bad guys.
Yep.
We can fully hate the bad guys now. Because they're
Yep.
using slavery.
Yep.
To make weapons. Working people to death. Slave labor. We don't like it.
Making weapons for the army.
Sure. A goon gives a mysterious person a poisonous fish.
Ooh, who could it be?
Who could it be? Like, legitimately.
Oh, who could it be? One of the samurai, 100%.
One of the samurai.
One of the 3 samurai, 100%. I don't know why anyone's debating the lurking legend or fucking Shiki or
Is
Killer.
it?
We just wrapped up Oshiradoji and his storyline.
Yeah.
We will get the
Kind
next
of.
one. The next one will fall right now.
Is it?
And
Odin.
just like how Oshiradoji got inspired by Luffy's actions, this one will get inspired by Luffy's actions.
Is it? Odin himself.
Is Odin still alive? I threw this at you last night. And
We're getting so much.
Mate, he went back in time. He has the back in time fruit. She had the forward in time fruit.
And got captured.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There you go.
But he's getting so much hype.
It's Lady Toki in there.
Is it who's in there? Is it the octopus from the first chapter?
Will the octopus make a return?
Because this silhouette, bulbous head,
Real weird design.
dumb mouth,
Dumb chin.
dumb chin. Is it Moria?
No.
Dumb head?
It's too round. It's like too fat to be a Moria.
Maybe he's wearing a stupid hat.
Could be. Is it Moria's eyes? Moria's might be an idea that's legitimate, but why?
He came back for revenge.
He's in the
Kaido's like, get out of
shadows.
here.
Alright, well, might be Moria. We'll have to wait and see. But it's probably one of the samurai.
Probably one of them. Yeah, my bet's on one of the samurai.
Yeah.
Alright. The jailer thinks he can break Luffy's will. Stupid. You can't break the
Nothing
king's
can
will.
break the king's will.
You can't break it.
Unbreakable.
Alright.
They throw
fish.
Luffy in jail. Christian.
Well, a fishbone flies out of the cage first and hits a goon in the neck.
Roasted.
I thought you gotta take this guy seriously, right? Who was this man?
No one knows who's in there. Suggesting that he's been there for a long time.
Yeah. Luffy is then thrown into a cell, and the torture will begin tomorrow. Kid just so happens to be in the same cell, and they both say at the same time, "We'll get you back for this, Kaido." Luffy recognizes Kid, and the curtains of Act 1 fall.
Ya boy.
End of Act 1
Called
of
it.
Wano.
Christian, I told you this was going to be a theme. People
I
didn't
agreed.
want to listen.
I agreed. Now, the lady who plays the Shimasei, fourth wall or actual character?
Fourth wall, Christian. It doesn't make sense if she's an actual character because therefore the curtains have to exist.
We're getting into some fucking weird territory.
It's fourth wall, alright? Now, does this change anything? No. Changes nothing. Oda's just telling you when the acts are ending. The act would be ending here regardless of whether
Now,
there's a curtain falling or not.
5-act structure.
Yes.
Massively long arc. The first act is supposed to be the shortest act.
Sure.
So we're going to be here for 200 chapters.
No.
Kabuki plays have multiple battle scenes.
Yeah.
So there's going to be multiple battles, multiple massive scale battles in Wano.
Mm-hmm.
Act 1's the shortest act.
What was this, 13 chapters?
14, I think. So if every act is 14 chapters, that's 60 pages.
Depends
60
how
chapters.
much depends how
Or
much
70 chapters.
how long he wants to handle the falling action, and then the wrap up, because that doesn't have to be necessarily long. But the complication and the climax have to be relatively long.
The second and third act is the longest, right?
Yeah.
So we could say this act, Act 1, 14 chapters. Is Act 2 being 25 chapters unreasonable?
I don't like putting like lengths on the chapters because it's ultimately meaningless.
But we know that...
It could be 14. It could be 10.
But we know the structure. We have a structure.
We have a
try to make
structure.
the educated guess.
Sometimes they're the shortest. Sometimes they're really long. The opening acts, Christian.
But just think about what we have to set up.
I know.
Luffy has to escape.
And this isn't really at the end of Act 1. I disagree on the end of Act 1.
Why?
Because we don't know all the exposition yet. And
You don't find out all the secrets.
We've kind of set up.
We have the plan.
Alright, fine. It's the end, but whatever.
We have the plan and we have the first climax. Or the first, fall.
100 chapters is long enough.
120.
Whatever.
150.
The length will be the length, Christian.
It's going to be a long time. It's going to be a great time.
It just matters about the context. The content.
That's all that matters. It doesn't matter about the length.
How long it is.
It's just going to be good, And
it's been great.
So, what do we want to talk about?
We're in jail, Christian. We're breaking out instantly.
This was clearly one of the two options.
Yeah.
Not that hard to call.
Yeah. Kid not in Skull Island or any island. He's in.
We didn't call that. We didn't call that. Kid got transferred to this place.
Which is like whatever. What are we, fucking magicians?
I don't know. What are we gonna fucking predict the future?
So
what? Easy to call because we knew Kid had to get into the story.
So this will act as a hype mechanism to justify Kid's strength. We'll see his abilities on display first. And then we will see him fight someone with Luffy.
Some sort of hype strongman? Or...
We're talking about Calamity, potentially.
Okay.
Someone has to be holding this place down. Now, is it a King Jailer? Whatever.
Someone stronger.
Is it Drake? Whatever.
So all I'm saying is you got Kid and Luffy there. Someone has to be strong.
Has to be a big thing.
Now maybe they're in weakened states because they got beaten the shit out of, not getting good food.
We don't know much about Kid's ability, right? This will serve as
a learning tool.
A learning tool for us to find out more about Kid.
So, how quickly do we escape?
And to recruit the workers.
I think we need at least one chapter of Luffy getting pushed around, a Kid getting pushed around, and then the next chapter they're coming together.
We could even montage that.
Yeah, montage that. I'm not saying the full chapter.
We know they can do nothing to Luffy to break his spirit.
Sure.
So, what are they going to do?
But I think we need to see that.
Yeah.
We see that in a montage.
To hype up the Edge Masters, Christian.
One page we get to see that.
Yeah.
And then the next chapter we keep getting updated on what Luffy's situation is.
Yeah.
So, I feel like...
How many chapters are we actually in prison for? Because I feel like
Luffy and
Kid won't get along at all.
Do we escape at the end of Act 2? Is that the ending of Act 2? Luffy, Kid escaping?
No.
What's the end of Act 2?
End of Act 2 would probably
Preparing
be...
for the battle?
Preparing for battle.
So they have to escape early on in Act 2?
Yeah. Act 2 is setting up the complication.
But we're also solving the complication.
Well, solving it is Act 3.
But, so... What's the complication?
The complication, right?
Right now, what's the complication?
Getting
Luffy
out of prison.
And Kid in prison.
But the ultimate complication is to defeat Kaido.
But a complication is when something goes wrong within the plot. The goal is not the complication. The complication is when something goes wrong in Act 1.
But establishing the complication and
happens in Act 1.
No, Act 1's exposition, Christian.
Yeah, and setting up the complication, which we have to solve.
Act 2 is more complication.
Which is prison.
More
complication.
Yes. But the Christian complication in general, as in the entire story, is the complication. To finish it. That's like the complication of the story is the complication.
But is it the
There's the major complication, there's small subplots.
I don't know about this.
I know about this.
Because the complication is normally a spanner thrown in the works.
Yes, but in general, you could call it a goal, but the complication, the thing that's in the character's way, is to defeat Kaido. That is the thing that they're overcoming. Act 3 is a climax of that. Is completing that goal. Act 2 is setting up that goal. Act 1 is establishing the set.
Well, then what's the prison?
What's the prison is we have to get out of here to establish and move into Act 3. So we will bust out of prison.
So see what you're saying is Act 2, busting out of prison, setting up for the war.
Act 3 will be the start of the war.
What's Act 4?
The end.
But there's another complication there.
Well,
Right?
5 act structures are different because like there's kind of two.
That's what I'm saying.
Act 4 is more of like things are still happening but they're wrapping down, and Act 5 is like we're done and this is what happens to the people.
Now, there's traditional kabuki act structure, but there's also shonen manga act structure.
And storytelling in general.
Right? There's shonen
Yeah.
story act structure, which is it never winds down.
Yeah.
The rule of
Well, it
accelerating action.
The arcs always finish.
Sure, but there's always something hype at the end.
Yeah.
There's always some major revelation, always something to get people more excited at the end. It doesn't just wrap down and they leave and nothing happens.
Alright.
So, the rule of shonen would suggest that it's just going to keep on escalating.
I would argue that Oda always does 5 act structures anyway.
I don't know about 5.
Well, Hulk Island's a rare exception, so we're not going to use that. But you know, there's always a lull, and it's always up and down, lull, in between, and then we finish.
But we can see...
I wouldn't read too much into the... For me, right? I wouldn't read too much into the fourth wall breaking as to dictate...
the exact structure.
As to dictate the structure, because Oda doesn't deviate from structure much.
When he did, people didn't like it.
Yeah, and he's always traditional in his structures, so it's not going to be completely different from what we've seen before. He's just telling us when the acts are ending. Nothing would change if he didn't tell us the acts were ending.
But you could say, because when an act ends, there's normally some sort of time jump, right?
Maybe, not always.
So why have the curtain fall?
It's to just establish a theme.
I know it's a theme. It's kabuki. It's Japan.
Sure. We might cut time.
Why have this?
We might cut time. We might go to a different scene. Doesn't necessarily have to cut time every time the curtains close. We could go to a different place.
The ending of an act signifies the beginning of the next phase. Next phase of the story.
Yeah.
So you're not going to continue
in a stage play. That's how you do it in a stage play. You don't do it in like novels and
but you don't
film.
you do. Because there's acts in films. Act 1,
yeah,
blah,
but
blah,
you
blah.
don't literally close the curtains.
No, you don't. The best way to find the start of an act is when everything's set up and then, we move on to the next part.
A major point.
A major revelation, major point.
Yeah.
The next chapter, we're going to have to start on something.
Start working our way.
Because we can't just, like, if next chapter opens up with Okiku telling the Straw Hats about the situation.
It depends.
It's weird.
It depends on how Oda wants to do it. Like, does he want Luffy and Kid around for the planning stages of the war?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want them around because they're annoying.
Does he want them training for 2 weeks? Well, I don't know what he wants them to do. So you can't, like... This is the thing with the act structure that I think people are going to fall into traps with. They're going to look up act structure on the internet, read,
sure,
and then start coming up with theories that fit the act structure.
I think that's fair, though.
It's fair, right? But it's like... I don't know. Oda's breaking the fourth wall here with the curtain.
Yeah.
Nothing changes if he doesn't break the fourth wall. Nothing changes. Because it's not like he's doing French structure.
He's doing kabuki, which is not the same as a 3-act structure.
But 3-act and 5-act are very similar. It's in the Western confines of storytelling. It's not something strange like French structure.
Sure.
It's not weird. It's not ABC, ABC, right? In French structure. It's Oda is always the standard 3 or 5. He's not something weird. He's not doing Pulp Fiction. So
I know
it doesn't necessarily mean much.
It's gonna be. I know the story's gonna be linear. It's gonna be easier. I know it's gonna be like that, but
you could fall into the trap instead of like looking at the actual story. That's what
I think it's important to look at kabuki plays, specifically kabuki,
yeah,
to find out maybe what Oda is thinking about.
Well, this is very Japanese, Christian.
Exactly. That's
Very
what I'm saying.
Japanese.
Like, why have the Shimasei player? Why have the curtains fall? If you're not going to do anything with that.
People are suggesting weird things like having an intermission and going back to the reverie.
It's too meta. That would be too meta, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want people to look into this too much. We can look at the themes of Kabuki.
That's what I'm saying.
You
More
can
themes, more things like
look at
that.
the structures, but don't be like, end of Act 2.
I mean, you can be
Luffy
like that.
and Kid are going to be here. Zoro's going to be here. Because, like, you still have to go through the arcs of the characters and what they're doing.
I don't know. The problem with, like, plays and act structure...
Because we still have to introduce characters, Christian.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's not really, like...
That's what I'm saying. With
It's not really
the
traditional.
difference between
It's not... It's a
Stage
manga.
plays.
It's not a stage play.
stage plays and the shonen rule
Yeah.
with increased rising action.
In a stage play, almost every character would be established already at the end of Act 1. We know all the players.
Yeah.
But we don't know...
Still have a Metarochi. We really heard about
Jinbei
him.
haven't arrived. The Nekomamushi hasn't arrived. We don't know the other samurai.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange.
So it's not like you can fit everything into a box. Just because Oda's using this kind of weird fourth wall break.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's a manga. It's not a stage play. So rules don't apply.
So that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Act 2 just being more of Act 1. This is going to be more set up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you, Christian.
That's what I'm worried. Like,
That's what I'm saying to you. Don't read into the act structure because this is going to be classic Oda structure. It's not going to be anything different just because he's telling you when the acts end over.
so what you're saying is Oda's wrong about the acts.
No, it's not that he's wrong. It's just it's not a film. It's not a stage play. And it's his world and what he's creating. Like, One Piece isn't a stage play.
Yeah.
It's a world where things happen.
But you can say the same thing about a
but
stage.
you can't because stage plays have traditions in stage plays, right?
Sure. But it's still a story that takes place in a fictional world.
And it's not like you can argue that like, and the structure's loose anyway. Like hardly anyone hard-nosed follows the act structures. Otherwise, everything would be real boring. Hence the twists.
The act structure.
Hence the hidden things and all the bonus stuff.
Act structure.
It's important.
It's important, but it's not like it's a hard rule.
But it's
what are you talking about?
that's what I'm saying. It's not a hard fast rule that people need to.
This doesn't have.
It's a tool used for coherent storytelling.
Well, it's just how stories are told.
Sure. The most simplest way to tell a story is in an act structure.
3-act structure.
Easy.
Easy.
3 or 5. Don't go into the weird shit.
Or
Because people
4.
get confused.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about the act structure. Me personally,
Strange.
I'm not gonna look into it too much. I'm not thinking that we're in second act, so X, Y, and Z have to happen.
But
Because that's the wrong way of thinking about it.
we did that episode with the King of Lightning about how the tragedy play
Yes.
and how Hawkeye Kant matches up a lot with that style
Sure.
of Western tragedy.
Yeah. Greek tragedy.
Greek, whatever, Western tragedy.
Yeah.
Why can't you say here that it would match up with Kabuki 5 Act?
But it will match up. But it's not a stage play. That's what I'm saying. It's a manga. So some rules don't apply.
But who's saying it's a stage play, like a literal stage play?
Yeah, Christian,
What are you talking about?
you saying this is Act 2, right? So we're going into Act 2.
We're going to Act 2.
We're going into Act 2.
That means XY must happen, otherwise it's not Act 2.
That means some things must happen, right? Some general things will happen that interact with. It's not like 3 things out of the 5 things have to happen.
Well, we know Act 3 has to start the war.
This is what I'm telling you, Christian. Alabaster. Right?
Yeah? What?
Clear act structure involved in Alabaster.
Yeah?
It'd be like putting these curtains in Alabaster and nothing changes. That's what it would be like. We have to establish things and then set things up to eventually fight the end war. That's the structure. It's not anything new.
Where would you say Act 1 finishes out, Buster? After Rain Base? After the casino?
It would be, oh yeah, it would be when they get captured.
Ended there or ended after Luffy gets defeated? And then Crocodile goes away?
It's when they're in the banana prison. I'd say.
At the start of that? Or after?
Yeah, because after Crocodile gives his speech and then they get captured.
Okay. And then Act 2, there's a scuffle with Crocodile.
Act 2 would be like the defeat.
Would that be Act 3?
No, because Act 3 would be like the start
The
of
big
the war.
war.
Yeah. Act 2 is in the middle where they like go to Rain Base.
Well, they're already in Rain Base.
Yeah, well, they go around and Mr. Prince is doing his thing and they save Smoker. And then they go to defeat Crocodile.
Start traveling over.
Yeah.
You get the...
Everyone gets together.
So, can we expect flashbacks in Act 2?
Sure.
Get that out of the way here.
We can expect... Christian, this is what I'm telling you, like... Because you can't do flashbacks in a stage play. You can't really do it. Like, this is what I'm telling you. Don't, like...
I'm not talking about stage plays. I'm just talking about act structure.
But I'm talking about act structures here, right?
We don't need to bring stage
Oda
plays
writes
into
his
this.
stories in an act structure regardless. So don't expect anything different.
Well, all I'm saying is we can expect the war to start Act 3.
Sure.
So how long is Act 2? Massive.
Maybe.
We're going to get Luffy out of prison.
It depends how much we need to do.
We need to get Luffy out of prison.
Yeah.
We need to get everyone together. We need to get all the samurai together.
Mm-hmm.
Neko Mamushi has to turn up.
Sure.
Surely Jinbe has to turn up. Right? Then Act 3 happens.
Act 3 might be the start of the start of the Night of the Fire Festival.
Whatever, yeah. And the war breaks out during it.
Yeah.
Act 4, Big Mom turns up. Why not?
Sure.
Act 5, repercussions of that.
Yep.
So...
Act 5 is the end.
So
like,
wrap up, whatever.
Well, end of Act 3 is like the climax is over. Act 4 is like the residuals. And then Act 5 is like...
Yeah.
This is how it ends.
All I'm trying to say is what's going to happen in Act 2.
Setting up for the war. It's going to probably be the... Act 2 is usually the longest one.
I don't know why you had to bring up stage play realities.
Yeah, but like things don't have to happen in the way that it's structured. Like what I was saying about...
But we can't have the war start in Act 2. That makes no sense.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying like we still have to introduce characters.
Yeah.
And things still have to happen. So basically what I was saying is I'm cautious of people reading too much into the act structure. Because like, yes, we follow the basic structure here, right?
I don't think there's an argument here. There's no argument here.
But don't look into it too much. Where it's like, in this specific play, this happens, therefore X, this will happen in One Piece.
Oh.
And like, don't expect at the end of Act 2 for, I don't know, everyone to be in place.
Alright.
Because we still need surprises in the war. We still need shocking things to happen.
That's what I'm saying with the rule of shonen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't expect it to be cookie cutter, because it's not going to be cookie cutter. But that's all. We spent way too long on that for no reason.
Predictions? Anything could happen. I've got no fucking idea.
Crossroads. Yeah. Again. Let's go with Kid and Luffy.
Kid and Luffy at the start.
We gotta understand the relationship.
I think we wait on that. I think we wait on that. Leave him in there for a chapter.
Yeah.
We get Zoro going to the Flower Capital.
Yep.
We get the other side of the Straw Hats. Because Act 1 had no other side of the Straw Hats. We need to see it. We need to see what they're doing.
Well, Zoro needs to rally them up. Okay.
Well, maybe we get what's Robin doing? What's Frankie doing specifically?
Sure.
Bit of catch up with them.
Yep.
Started with something we haven't seen in Wano yet.
Alright.
So that's what I think is going to happen.
Scores, Christian.
Enjoyable chapter. A little bit of information. A little bit of annoying information with the Sea Stone. Annoys me.
Alright. I'm happy at least we're getting told that it's going to clean things up.
Sure, okay.
And does this suggest that we're going to use Sea Stone against Kaido? Or his army? Because we're talking about craftsmen here. We're talking about Wano
I
craftsmen.
don't know, because
And then we cut to the prison, and then they're crafting things out of iron. You know what I'm saying?
making weapons. They're not
It's
making...
the parallel, Christian.
Sure. But... Do I see us using Sea Stone against Kaido? Not really. They'll
Alright.
try. It'll be like the Capone thing. They're going to try to nerf him.
Alright.
It's not going to work.
There you
There you go. Why Kaido's army... I mean, they're all smile users.
go.
Except for the top dogs. So, does Sea Stone even affect smile users?
I don't know, probably.
Because we see sheep's head not really get affected by the water and
Yeah.
Zoro.
Alright.
So, who knows? Who knows with that? Score, I don't know, like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was enjoyable. Some cool stuff there. Not epic fight.
No one knows how big Kaido is, but whatever. We'll leave that alone.
Apparently.
Bets,
So-
Christian.
The bets. Wow.
Last week was an interesting one, Christian.
How many times will Law say Straw Hat?
The answer was 0. Surprising, I would say.
Okay. So Eric,
I said 3, Christian said 5, I get a W, I'm on 6, Christian's on 4. Christian can't catch a break.
Quarter break last week.
Alright. Now we're reviewing through we're looking through Thriller Bark next week.
Review. Retrospective.
Expect a long episode.
Expect a massively long episode. Rule Bark, a massive arc.
It's not that long. It's only 4 volumes. We've done longer. Skype here was longer.
I'm a whole Skype here.
4 to
5.
7. And it's lobby.
We split that up.
Alright.
We split that up.
So, how many skull jokes will Brook make in the Thriller Bark arc?
Yes.
Number. Me. Let's go 12.
12. Let me think. I think he makes about 5 when they first see him.
Yeah. As expected.
Makes a few at the end. I'm gonna go 15.
12 and 15. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see who wins that one. Christian, what's next?
Hashtag Shanks. Hashtag Shanks. Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But
God's getting angry.
Shanks is getting angry at that. But people think Kaido's the strongest. People think Dragon's the strongest. People think I'm the strongest. They're wrong, because Shanks is the strongest. And every week, we come with 100% factual information. And this week's information, Shanks is so strong. He doesn't need to force people to join his crew. Only the strongest and bravest people come to Shanks as they know he's the true God King, who will never suppress another person's freedom. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Christian the power scale.
Be talking for too long, alright?
Oh, we're not doing the topic.
No, we'll do the topic. We'll do it after the power scale.
Power scale, Christian, what do you want to do? Me first? You first? What's the
You
story?
never go first.
Alright.
So you can go first.
I'm going to go koala.
Koala. Bring up the list. Is she on the list?
No, she's not on the list.
No, she's not on the list. Koala.
Fishman karate
Expert.
We can argue? Sure.
Yeah, okay. Trained by Hack.
Girlfriend to Zabo.
Sure. Trained by Hack.
Orphan.
Orphan.
Slave.
Slave. Bring me down.
How far are we going?
Let me see low mid. Let me see it.
Low mid. Is
Yushima,
she beating the
Chopper,
pacifisto, Christian?
Pacifist.
That's the question we ask
Surely
for the
I'm
questionable
Haki.
characters, Christian.
Surely I'm Red Haki.
Revolutionary Army, somewhat involved. One of the higher level dudes.
Fishman Karate.
No.
Observation Haki, Armament Haki, surely.
What does she do in Dressrosa? Because I always forget what she does. She talks to Robin. She's with Sabo.
She finds weapons,
She finds the underground system.
punches a few goons.
Sure.
That's it.
Alright. She's with the Vonkov in the Reverie.
The Reverie post-arc thing.
Yep.
It's a hard one, because there ain't that many feats.
Sure.
It's all based off hype
Fishman Karate.
and things
The
like that.
question we always have to ask, Christian. Can she beat a pacifista?
Where is the feats to say that she can? Where is it?
Fishman Karate.
Sure.
In the Revolutionary Army, relatively high position.
Sure. Now, a pacifist is pure robot. Yes.
Yeah.
No water in those.
She has Haki, but... Surely?
That's an assumption. It's a
100%.
straight up assumption.
Alright. What do you rate Koala in your mind? When I say Koala, what do you think?
I think nowhere near Zabo.
Obviously, Christian.
Nowhere near Zabo.
No one's arguing that.
I think nowhere near Commander tier in the Revolutionaries.
Sure.
She has no title and no hype behind her.
No?
Now, she was trained by Hack. Arguably, you could say we've seen more from Hack
Okay.
than Koala.
Sure.
So, has she surpassed Hack? That's the question.
Alright.
No one knows. Do I back Nami in? I think I back Nami in. Against Koala.
She's a martial artist, Koala. That's a skill.
Stop underplaying Nami's
Sure,
martial
but
arts.
is she a martial artist? Nami's not a martial artist.
Stop discounting.
Koala, expert in
The
fishman
staff-
karate.
Stop underestimating the staff skills.
Alright.
She has Zeus. She has Zeus.
Alright.
Does she beat the Bowl Sisters? Now, the Bowl Sisters has Haki.
Fishman karate.
The Fish Cream Karate destroys Crocodile. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Does she has the durability to beat Crocodile? Hack couldn't beat Bartolomeo. Dory broke no chance. Diamante, don't think so. Kobe, we've seen Kobe use Haki though.
Sure.
We've seen what Kobe can do.
Low high, low mid or mid, Christian? What do you think?
It's got to be low mid.
Low mid for Koala.
It's got to be. I can't.
Not enough feats.
Not enough feats. Not enough hype. Not enough clout.
Yeah.
If she was the commander of the Revolutionary Army, there's something.
Like Betty or something.
There's something I could work with.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Alright. What do you got?
Now, I was going to bring up something weird.
Alright.
Something strange.
Give it.
Hannibal.
Interesting.
Durability on display.
Alright.
Cops multiple punishment from Blackbeard. Will not stop.
With strong will.
Strong will.
Sure.
Has double spear sword techniques.
Yep.
Knows how to take that punishment. Have we seen him actually ever hit anyone? Not really. Co-Warden. He's the
Any hype.
he's the second hand man to Magellan.
Yep.
Now the Warden of Impel Down surely had to get stronger.
Alright.
Surely.
You gotta make that argument, alright.
You have to.
Doesn't have a Bartadell fruit, I might add.
He got fat and grew taller.
I mean, he was already fat.
He got fatter.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just wearing clothes now so he looks fatter.
Yeah. Sure.
Hannibal, what do you think?
He's the warden.
Yeah.
Surely he's got something going on, Christian.
Would you make
But
the...
Magellan's still there.
Sure.
It's not like Magellan's disappeared.
Could you make the argument of mid-tier? Got the durability impact down. Doesn't do anything with it. Get constantly gets
I don't know the
dominated.
attack power of this man. That's a problem.
I don't think he ever gets a real attack off. That's the problem with... And we're never going to see him again. So this is our only opportunity. Like, when are we ever going to see Hannibal
He's in a
again?
cover story.
Sure. Warden of Impel Down.
Based on that, he has to be on mid, right?
Based on that,
Surely you don't
Clout
put
alone.
a absolute goon
as
in that
Warden.
status.
No, you don't. Alright, you don't.
I'm happy with mid, but I don't know.
At least mid.
We're losing feet for some of these characters, Christian.
Well,
We're trying.
we're trying here.
Alright.
When are we ever going to see Hannibal again?
We might. When being
Do
on
anything.
Scopes or something.
Do anything, though. Yeah.
Alright.
So, a couple of mid tiers.
There we go.
Low mid for Koala.
Mid for
Mid
Hannibal.
for Hannibal. Just off clout and durability fees.
Now, Christian, shall we go to the top of the show?
Top of the show! Viervi Cards V2. Or V3.
Here we are. Now, Christian, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about food?
Now, first of all, we get this from the Library of Rahara,
Indeed.
generously translated by the man Arthur.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter. He's got a very funny meme of what if Togashi wrote One Piece. Very
That's
funny.
Pretty good.
Let's just go straight into the cards themselves.
Alright.
Score out Alkaido. Alkaido number 1. His Devil Fruit boasts the highest offensive power among Devil Fruits.
And the crowd goes wild.
It doesn't specifically say if it's the strongest or if there are other strongest around. It just says
The most offensive power.
most offensive power and it's of the highest tier of Devil Fruit. Comments.
Yes, Sakazuki is strong. End comment.
People want to make the Gorogoro no me strongest. Because it can destroy the world. But here's the thing. Attack potency versus
What
AoE.
is the specific words Arthur has chosen here?
highest offensive power. Surely that means attack potency.
Yeah.
It's like a Sanji
Highest
argument.
DPS.
It's a Sanji versus Zoro argument.
Alright.
Zoro, people sleep on Sanji because he hasn't destroyed
Gorogoro
mountains.
has the highest AoE.
But doesn't punch holes through people.
No.
It's an attack power argument. I can see it.
Alright.
Because it just burns holes through people.
Sure.
Broken. Punches wipe its face off. How can you argue that feat?
Can't.
Alright. Its ability allows him to will manga and melt through many things. Because of this, is able to tear through bodies with ease. You know, as seen with Ace and Jinbei.
Yeah.
It also boasts some incredible maneuverability, as not only it allows him to melt any obstacle in his path, but also allows Sakazuki to fly for a few seconds through a jet burst of magma.
There we go.
So he can also fly. Air battles with Luffy.
100%. Unexpected, Christian.
Sure.
You can punch holes through his people. Of course, he's going to have the most offensive Devil Fruit.
Sakazuki is willing to kill any civilian if they refuse to follow his actions.
Yes.
But most follow his orders out of fear. He rules by fear.
Bad leader.
Badly.
What?
Not. His leadership won't last.
Okay.
It's a short term
Sure.
kind of thing.
But he's strong. No one's down.
Strong nonetheless. He has armament, observation haki confirmed. Conqueror is not confirmed. But then again, we get into the whole fucking animals.
There's no rules to Conqueror. Stop putting your rules.
Navy people can't have conquerors because you need the will of the conqueror. Kaido kind of said that this week.
Katakuri had it for no reason.
Is a conqueror.
Alright.
Alright?
Alright.
He's just suppressed by his family. And he's going to shed that skin
Shed that shackles, Christian.
and just fly into the Straw Hat crew. And become Luffy's best friend.
Right
Luffy-
hand man, vice captain.
And Luffy's going to go on the Pirate King run.
Alright.
Alright? That's what's going to happen.
Anything else on Sakazuki, Christian?
Yeah, he got his fruit ages ago.
We
And
knew
he's
that.
been working with Borsalino for a long time.
Yeah.
Who cares? Borsalino, Kizaru. He's not much of a leader. He prefers to follow orders and do things at his own pace.
Yeah.
Strange, considering he's like the second highest rank in the Navy.
Yeah. Christian Borsalino.
Yes. Bolsonaro, he has a devil fruit. The interesting thing here is Oda says you have to have decent observation, very good observation haki to be able to see, to be able to comprehend
Yep.
the light speed. So is this future sight? Because only
People
example.
say Kizaru's not light speed. Kizaru is light speed.
Alright. So, is this future sight? Is this saying future sight or like extreme, well honed observation?
Sure, we'll go future sight.
Because the only example we've seen
Yeah.
is Rayleigh.
Alright.
It's the only example. Alright. That's Kizaru also has observation armor. Confirmed. Alright.
Rayleigh obviously has future sight.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, there's an argument there that, why didn't you tell Luffy about it, blah, 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 whatever. Although he did tell Luffy about it. There's arguments. There's arguments for people who want to de-hype Rayleigh.
Like you.
I don't want to I accurately... I know all the feats.
Alright.
There's nothing to argue
Alright.
about Rayleigh. I'm sick of talking about Rayleigh.
Shall we move on, Christian? Is there anything else to talk about Bolsonaro?
Not really. It's kind of weirdo.
Yeah.
No one can really tell what he's thinking. That kind of thing.
Yep.
Dragon. There's nothing new here. We get to know nothing about Dragon.
We get to know his ship name, which made me worry.
Something. It's a Cuban name. Referencing the Cuban Revolution. Dragon, please don't be a communist. Because I'll immediately dismiss the Revolutionary Army and
That's a
throw it in
joke.
the trash.
Yep.
Alright? Communism doesn't work. Stop talking about it.
Alright.
Okay?
There we go.
Alright.
He's like, how old? We got his age. He's like 50 something, 55.
54?
Yeah.
Started the Revolutionary Army sometime between 24 to 19 years ago.
Okay.
After Roger's death and before Luffy's birth. There's something going on there. There's apparently something hidden within the card that there's a secret, but it's not mentioned.
Uh-huh.
So there's something about his past, but even if his supporters found out about it, they'll still be loyal to him.
Okay. He was a part of the Navy.
Yeah. I think that's what that's trying to say.
He was an admiral.
Okay, enough about that. Alright? I'm sick of that theory. Sick of it.
Next, Christian. We got some Blackbeard pirates.
Blackbeard Pirates, his ship, Saber of Xbec, which is just a trade ship, nothing special there. His commanders are called the 10 Lieutenant Captains, and that's all we get to find out about Blackbeard.
Alright.
Shiryu quickly rose the ranks and became Blackbeard's commander of the second ship. He was considered equal to Magellan, although he feared him. His blade is a Mito called Ryu / Thunderstorm.
Yep.
That's what it translates to. Clearly not the Kitetsu. So that theory debunked.
Still gotta look for the first Kitetsu, Christian. We found the second.
Avalo, this guy, whatever. He was a tyrant king.
Cool.
I think we already knew that.
That was his epithet.
He's incredibly tall. Being taller than Katakuri, that's a retcon.
Yeah, the scale's gone off, but whatever.
Is that Katrina? Katrina Devon?
Catalina.
Katarina?
Yeah, Katarina.
Katarina Devon. Captain of the 6th ship. She's incredibly cruel. Crescent Moon Hunter. She hunts beautiful women and collects their heads.
Yeah, alright.
She's incredibly edgy. Probably gonna fight Nami or Robin. I can assume so.
Yeah.
We got One Sun Wolf. Probably the most interesting one here.
Actually a giant.
Actually a giant.
With a devil fruit.
With a devil fruit.
That's his size, Christian. I'm
Crazy.
thrown off by how big the man is.
Crazy. 180 meters tall.
Sure.
Pretty tall. Not that tall though. Not towering over Marine Ford in the distance tall.
He's got a devil fruit that can manipulate his size, so...
But it says he's able to reach heights as tall as.
Yeah.
So that's the maximum height.
Okay.
So clearly he's going to shrink down and we're able to actually fight him.
Yeah.
Instead of him being a sort of Titan fight.
Sure.
So something about the Blackbeard Pirates, how they became powerful when he joined the crew.
Yeah.
That's kind of giving him some hype, but that could also be talking about his size and him being able to
Slap ships
out of the water and shit like that. Fist got shot, whatever. We don't know anything about him. He's a drunk. He's viciously violent.
Yeah.
That's about it. Then we move with the Smoker. Smoker protects people, and his opponents with honor. He likes Fujitora. And he wants to take down the Shichibukai system. That's pretty much it. Inazuma, confirmed as a he.
Yeah.
Considers Ivanko's right hand man. And always assists him whenever he needs it. His design is based off the colors of a crab / shrimp with that white and orange.
Yeah.
His double fruit makes him look like some sort of crab-like creature because the scissors.
Yeah.
Nami, Balmain found Nami and Najiko in a kingdom of Okot, Tokyo backwards, in the East Blue. So Nami born in the East Blue.
There we go.
But people are going to argue that she could travel when she's 1 year. Wow. It's a stretch to argue that Nami was not born in the East Blue.
I don't know why you'd argue that. But, people like to argue about things.
We get the official spelling of Balmain. And that's about it.
Yeah.
The fisherman guy,
No one cares.
Kurabui, was originally designed as Arlong's second-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
However, he was detailed, was not mentioned in the manga, so he still had a high bounty.
People arguing,
was quite
people
strong.
giving Sanji the W of a second-hand man, shit like that in Arlong Park. Doesn't matter.
Whatever. Sentomaru, despite having previously served as leader of the Pacifista Squad, he officially joined the Marines around 1 year ago in the year 1523. We rarely get a mention of the year.
What?
Rarely get a mention of the year of One Piece.
That's strange, Christian.
Why? Why is it strange?
I don't know, it's just we never get hear of it.
We rarely hear about the year
Uh-huh.
that the story takes place in. Clearly a reference to the Age of Pirates.
Yeah.
That kind of era. He has armament and observation haki. Interesting. Teshigi.
What kind of bullshit we got this time?
Confirmed to have both observation and armament haki.
It's not very good, though.
That L against Monet, even greater.
Looking worse.
You have observation haki and you still can't tell what Monet's going to come out of. Terrible. Terrible. We get some hype about Gaimon.
Alright.
His ship was originally called the Montana Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Some Gaimon stuff.
There we
That's
go.
it. Next Viervi cards, we will get information on. I believe it's Whitebeard, Jinbei, Boa sisters. That kind of hype.
Alright.
Marco, craziness. That's about it.
We'll get to see some good shit.
That's about it for the cards.
There we go, Christian. Shall we move on to the question corners? Any final thoughts? Does it change anything?
Once Wolf was interesting. Shiryu Sword destroys some theories.
Yeah.
Akainu kind of interesting as well. Getting that hype out of the way for when
Some
he comes back.
observation hockey feats. Looking forward to Barcelona.
Exactly.
Alright.
Pretty good cards this time around. Not as good as the first round, but yeah, not as good as the Shanks round with Lucky Roo,
Of course.
Bang Beckman, that kind of shit. But
But there we go. Next week we'll be talking about Luffy and Wano.
sure.
There we go.
Well, Luffy hype.
Christian Corner. We've got a lot of questions this week.
We've got a heap of questions. First one from Darcy Allen. Hey guys, quick question. In relation to Luffy's potential awakening. So I think that a believable awakening could be his control over the strength / elasticity of his own rubber.
Yep.
Block Moroshi style, as well as turning his surroundings into rubber. What do you guys think? We talked about this last week, didn't we?
We talk about this a lot in our free time as well.
Yeah.
We think the bloke mochi is the key to Gear 5, perhaps.
Yeah, the skin technique that
Yeah.
everyone's been talking about for ages.
He's all blocky, more power,
Can't stretch
something
as far.
different than air.
Yeah.
So maybe. The Awakening will somehow make Gear 5, I think.
Yeah. We've talked about that heaps.
But, the Awakening's always a topic that people get annoyed about.
But
we're looking forward to it.
From Danto69. Love the stream, guys. Question. What are your opinions on Aokiji's involvement in the BB crew, specifically in the fight between Straw Hats and BB crew?
Absolute sham.
He's working for Shanks. He's working for the revolutionaries.
He's working for someone.
He's not working for Blackbeard.
No chance.
Is he a secret operative? Still working for the government? Who knows?
Maybe.
So, he's not in the BB crew.
Yeah.
There's no way a man like...
If Blackbeard doesn't
Aokiji.
even trust him.
Yeah. There's no way a man like Aokiji is legitimately in that crew.
Yeah.
No way. No chance. But that's massive for BB's, crew. Having a former admiral. One of the stronger
Big deal.
ones. 100%. From Light Ruler. How long until Hawkeye Island gets the Sky Pier treatment? A couple of years ago, people hated Sky Pier, and now many of those people say Sky Pier is a great arc. I'm already seeing it, and it's going to be soon. Once Big Mom comes back into play, once we get Hawkeye Island Part 2, wherever that is.
Once things unravel.
People are going to say it's great.
You got to play the long game, Christian. Yeah, that's how it is.
Soon. This arc.
Andre writes us a novel.
First question. A character like Kaido should not be defeated in this arc. Come on, Andre. How many times do I have to say it? Kaido's getting defeated this arc.
Okay.
How many times? Specifically not by someone that is way inferior and he already defeated a little while ago. Such a tumultuous growth is not realistic at all. And with a lot of outside help, it'll be another questionable Luffy win with 1,000 asterisks.
Okay.
Zoro is my favorite. Zoro is my favorite character, and I want him to have two major fights in the arc. But other than fighters, do you think Zoro will maybe have some cool backstory or character development and growth? First part of this question, he's not happy. But what do you want? What do you want to happen?
What do you want to happen?
What do you want to happen? That's what I say to these people when they say, I don't want Kaido to be defeated, but he will be defeated. You have to acknowledge that.
You're just going to get a Whole Cake Island situation again when they run. No one wants that.
So Kaido's getting defeated. There are plenty of options on the table. Kaido gets nerfed, Luffy gets buffed, tag team. Or a combination of all three.
Big Mom, blah, 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 blah.
That's what's going to happen. Now, the Dragon Ball Z 1v1, all
People
that
are going to be
fight-
mad that you're not going to see everyone fight. Because it's going to be a Marineford situation where you get tiny panels of dudes doing stuff. But you know what? You wanted Marineford, so that's what you love Marineford. Everyone loves Marineford.
Zoro getting character development and
No.
a cool backstory? No.
Maybe backstory with Mihawk.
But what's it to develop?
He will get
Zoro's
growth in terms of maybe strength.
Power, strength.
And maybe learning something about swordsmanship.
Sure, but what's there to grow character-wise with Zoro?
What's a defect in his character? Maybe he's inconsiderate?
He's not inconsiderate.
Yeah, but he's not inconsiderate of like people's feelings. Like he's inconsiderate of people's feelings.
But how is that a bad thing?
I'm just
He's a straight shooter.
trying to think about
Yeah,
what his character
I don't think
defects
there's
are
anything.
and what would be improved.
What's there to grow for Zoro? Nothing to grow. Well, he knows he knows the struggles of getting strong.
When people say like character development, like you got to think about what character defects the character has, or just character traits that would change. And I don't know much would change for Zoro in this arc.
The second question from Andre. Do you guys think Blackbeard's crew is going to face any other crews with the Straw Hats? Did we answer this last week?
No.
Or a particular individual? And if so, who? I don't think so, because we want to save that excitement, that hype.
We won't see it.
We won't see it on panel.
We already saw this, that he fought the revolutionaries.
Or Revolutionaries, Marco's group.
Yeah.
We've heard about him doing stuff. We haven't seen about the crew doing stuff. The first time we're going to see the crew in action and fighting all out is with the Straw Hats, because that's how you get the most excitement.
Yeah, you get to see all the new
You
stuff.
want to save it for that.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
There we go.
From Kuruma. Do you guys think Blackbeard's crew is going to face any other crew? It's the same question.
Well, there you go. They're the same question.
Is that Kuma's question?
Well, I guess it's Kuma's question, or
Alright.
something fucked up.
Alright.
Or whatever.
From Gino Giovanna. Question. What is the point in a villain so powerful that bullshit is necessary for victory? It's like Gon having to fight post-Rose Meruem.
It's to build a sense of this can't be done.
Now,
Was Doflamingo too strong?
that's an
Yes.
interesting statement. Because the way Meruem was defeated, he wasn't really defeated.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how people feel about this. I can't... Like, this never comes up in the Hunter x Hunter discussions.
Mm-hmm.
How do people feel about the ending? I like the ending because it fits in with the human spirit.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Evolution of the human
But
spirit.
it's saying having Gon
Horrible.
fight the man, Christian. Gon could do the same thing and win. You just have to put a bomb inside of him. It's kind of a weird
Post Rose.
Okay.
So he actually gets stronger after the Rose.
Okay.
Because he absorbs the power, soul,
Yeah.
bullshit. He doesn't die.
Yeah.
But he's poisoned that he's eventually going to die.
Yeah.
Is it comparable?
No, it's not comparable.
I don't think it's comparable. But regardless, I get what he's aiming at.
Yeah.
Luffy can't beat Kaido in a 1v1, so what's the point?
I was on King of Lightning stream, and I asked the question I posed to them. Why is a team fight bad? Why does everyone hate team fights? Why does everyone
I know that...
want the 1v1?
Because they want the main character to look hype and strong as fuck.
Yeah.
And they want to believe in the main character. They can do
But Christian, if the character was so strong, he'd be the Pirate King, and there would be no struggle.
Yeah, Kaido's the top of the food chain. There's nowhere to go after Kaido. So we still have to build up to the Luffy being as strong as Kaido.
Or Luffy being as strong as an Emperor. For the eventual 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Because if we have, like, what? Because if Luffy's as strong as an Emperor now, right? He 1v1's Kaido. You can't escalate because they're supposed to be even.
Yeah.
You can't keep escalating
Unless
if
it's
there's
some
nowhere to go.
bullshit hidden villain like Aimu, who's even stronger than Kaido, which I fucking hate
Yeah.
when stories do that. When they defeat the strongest person in the verse, and then it turns out that there's some secret hidden location where there's even stronger people and that are stronger than the top tiers.
No.
Come on. We don't want that. We want villains that are established and hyped, that they're the strongest. We don't want the rug pulled under us, that someone else is stronger because the story has to continue.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have Luffy defeat Kaido in a 1v1. Or without nerfs or buffs. Because it ruins the pacing, ruins the story.
Yeah, and if Luffy came at a post-time skip Emperor level,
It'd be over.
there'd be no story.
No struggle, no story. So why make a villain impossible to defeat? It's because it makes you think. It gives so many questions in your
Yeah,
head.
it makes you ask this question.
You're always trying to think how are the protagonist's gonna win.
Yeah.
You're always thinking about that, thinking about new ways, and Oda can always deliver surprises.
Like you bring up Hunter x Hunter, right? The old man didn't defeat the Ant King in a fight. He outplayed him mentally with a bomb,
Sure,
right?
but there was a fight too.
Yeah, there was a fight, but he lost that fight.
Yeah.
But won it because he checkmated him at the start.
Yeah.
But like, the question, like, you didn't know about the bomb previously.
Sure.
So in a way, he never gave you the answer. He never
You
hinted
can
at
bet-
the answer.
there was a hint.
There was like, that's what
There was a
happened
hint.
at the end.
There was foreshadowing for that. There was a hint.
Alright.
That you maybe could have worked that out. That he had a plan up his sleeve.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you always have to question how the character is going to win.
Yeah.
As soon as they're even, and it's like, all right.
Okay. We
Even
answered
when
that
Luffy
question.
was in Snake Man against Katakuri, and Katakuri was pulling out demon moves,
Yeah.
we were still like, Luffy's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah. Alright. From Silvers, after chapter 924, do you believe this confirms Luffy and Kid will tag team Kaido? Yes. They're in an alliance, they'll be fighting together, they're not going to fight each other, there's not going to be no fucking war between Kid and Luffy to take Kaido, they're going to work together, they're going to feed Kaido. And then they might go their separate ways, who knows. From Ziad, how strong do you think Orochi is compared to Katakuri? Because I think Zoro will get thoroughly beat if Zoro faces him as he is now, but then he gets stronger in a Luffy Kaido fashion. Maybe not a one shot, but meh.
It's hard to say when you bring up swordsman, because like,
One cut wins.
strength,
Normally.
like, this is the thing with like comparing Katakuri to like a swordsman. It's hard because like Katakuri has so many things in his bag. Right?
There's no way. I'm gonna say right here. There is no way Orochi is the strongest Katakuri. Because Zoro
But
has to beat him.
how are people going to define that though? How do you define that?
Future Sight. You just define it by feats and what he has.
Sure, but like in a sword battle,
You can still have Future Sight. You can
I
still have
guess,
shit
but
like
it's
that.
hard to like compare because like
Durability, they both took stabs. He took a
because
stab.
Cracker has better things than Katakuri, and Katakuri's a high rank.
Like what? What does Cracker have that's better?
Defense,
You can argue that.
cutting abilities,
The spear. The mole.
utility.
I'll give you utility. But that's about it. Because defense, you can argue the Future Sight Mochi makes it
Sure,
invulnerable.
but there's things that he's better at than Katakuri, right? And they're in about the same tier.
Okay.
They're in about the same tier, right? Katakuri is obviously better. So when you're talking about like commander level, a swordsman versus Katakuri, it's like
You're still on the same problems.
yeah,
Future Sight?
It's strange. You can compare swordsman versus swordsman because that's easier.
Yeah. I think it's easier to compare.
People are gonna say like Orochi's as equal to Katakuri regardless
They're just hype.
because you can't disprove it because he's a swordsman and they don't have equivalent feats.
I think you could, with like his armament skill.
Sure, but he's not gonna punch Zoro.
He hit him with a flying. We can see his flying slash feats.
All right.
We can see things like that.
But what I'm saying is they're not comparable, so people are gonna spin it in either way.
Sure, whatever. Yeah. It's
hard to say,
But
but
anyway, I
for
don't.
me, no.
I don't think he's
No.
going to be as strong as him. Zoro will get defeated. Zoro can't be defeated because of his fucking goal, whatever. So he's going to win that fight. It's going to be by the hair of his breath.
Hopefully, it's high difficulty.
Oh, 100% high diff fight for Zoro in this arc.
Well, he has to have at least one.
At least one high diff.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Is that Orochi or is that a commander? Who knows?
Huh?
From Hazy. What did Kaido see in Luffy that no one else was able to see? The will of the king.
Kaido can see.
Kaido can see it. Kaido knows the will of the king.
Will the Conqueror.
Will of the pirate king.
Because he's seen it in Roger's eyes.
Alright. From Austin, Carlthau? Luffy being captured. Does the Grand Fleet show up? Does Zabo show up? Did any other Yonko...
Sure.
Yonko... What?
Yonkos.
Yonkons... Yonkels show up to Wano? Yes, Big Mom.
Newspaper came out.
But that's an interior newspaper. I think he's
No,
better...
I'm talking about the newspaper of after one.
I think we're talking about, since Luffy's being tortured, he's being damaged. The Viervi card is going to get damaged, going to start flaming up.
Damage can be done.
So will the fleet turn up? Will Zabo turn up?
If Zabo turns up, we're looking better.
What is it? And then we get the information on the Reverie.
Sure.
He has
I
this
don't know.
Reverie.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Because when Ace's Viervi card was burning up in Impel Down because getting tortured and shit. So I don't see why Luffy's wouldn't.
Yeah, and he's just got knocked out by Kaido.
Yeah, so will Zabo turn up? If if the Revolutionary Army is here, how is this not the final war? I keep on asking these questions.
Navy, Blackbeard,
Fucking crazy.
ancient weapons are missing.
Sure.
Now, Christian, I will add that other emperors will have the foresight to perhaps turn up to Wano. If they want to stop it.
Well, clearly Big Mom.
Yeah, Big Mom's coming, apparently.
What do you mean apparently? It's
I
confirmed.
don't know. Are they gonna finish Wano and then she turns up?
Big Mom is inbound. And you just have to accept
It's
that
too
reality.
much.
We get Katakuri on our side.
Alright,
Okay?
there we go.
So,
What actually happens if Katakuri joins the crew? What are you gonna do?
it's over. Luffy's the Pirate King.
Alright.
Zoro can step down. Katakuri will become the right-hand man. We have a giant, overpowered...
He'd love Sanji.
He would give him those cakes.
Yep.
Feed him those donuts constantly. We get an incredible power boost for the Short Out crew.
Yeah.
Crazy. Alright? So,
Sure.
Future Side will be a problem. for the crew. Because widening Katakuri's future side, but that kind of bullshit.
Well, when Luffy gets it.
Luffy has it. We already have those questions.
Oh.
That's the answer to that. From AK Aurora. What happens after Act 1? Do we go back to Reverie or continue with Wano? The man in the cage, who is he?
We stay in Wano. We're not going to the Reverie.
We already talked about
Give
this
up on the
extensively.
Reverie. Give up on the Reverie. It's over.
That's crazy.
Alright? Who was I talking to? Silvers maybe yesterday? I'm convinced that this Reverie is similar to Blackbeard vs. Ace. These post arcs will
Tell us what happens.
Lead up to the final war.
Okay. So, we talked about this act shit extensively.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too much.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't think we're leaving one.
We'll just go through the motions as usual. Don't look too much into the structure.
Who was the man in the cage? We already talked about this.
One of the samurai.
One of the samurai,
He's the
Odin,
best
Moria.
Anyone.
Shiki,
Gaimon.
Shiki, Roger.
Tame. Toki.
Fucking
Scopa Gabon.
Scopa.
Rayleigh.
Bonnie. Anyone. The octopus.
Babyface Mother.
The octopus.
Sure.
The things at the end of Thriller Bark.
King of Lightning.
Anyone.
He's bulbous. He could be King of Lightning.
Whew, that's spicy.
There we go.
Alright, that ends the show.
A lot of background noise this week, Christian. I'm upset. But,
A lot of background
What are we
noise.
going to do? We can't control the weather.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Weather.
What the fuck's going on outside, by the way?
I don't fucking know. There's a storm coming in.
If we
phone
survive, we'll be here
calls.
next week.
Yeah. Alright, Shanks is the God King.
Shanks is go king. Good night.
The fuck? I can't do it now. I've got this fucking shit over here.
Oh well. Pros and cons, Christian.
Pros and cons.